we own this body.
Yeah.
We own the work that it takes to take care of this body, this brain, our depression, whatever. And we have to work sometimes to get it right.
You're watching the Spotlight Network. Starring Hollywood's newsman, Logan Crawford.
They now believe a single member.
He works with TV and film legends. And now, Logan's shining the spotlight on the world's top emerging authors and creators.
International were abducted.
This is Spotlight with Logan Crawford. Streaming on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV.
I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're talking about mental health, and we're doing it in a way that finally makes sense. The name of the book we're talking about today is called Health Yeah, a common sense approach to mental health. It's written by a terrific author. Her name is Sharla King, and in the book, she delivers an empowering guide to emotional well-being, blending science, personal insight, and even a little luck, represented by the bold ladybug on the cover. This book is your invitation to reclaim your joy, your balance, and your life. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her wonderful and empowering book. The links are below this interview. Sharla, great to see you here today. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. Let's talk about your inspiration to write Health Yeah and approach mental health through common sense.
Well, originally I thought when I was even attempting to write a book, I was going to use the inspiration of 3 major health issues that I've had. I call them events. The first one is in 1991. I had a gallbladder surgery that went way south, and so I was at death's door for about a year. And all friends, family, everyone wanted me to immediately write a book about that experience because I did survive, as you can see. And when I actually got back to living and life, my first thought was to get back to raising my family. We have 3 children. I work, and so that was my ultimate goal. Well, that rocked along for a good while, and I was maybe sort of thinking about, okay, time to start the book. And another major health event, I had colon cancer in 2006. Same scenario as far as the family life and yada, yada, yada. And by the good fortune of a wonderful doctor this time and family and friends, I survived again, and God, of course.
Wow.
So same thing, people, oh, you've really got to write a book now. I mean, you've survived these 2 life events. And I said, I know, but being mommy that I am, my first thought was my family. I have a very understanding husband and 3 fabulous children that supported me and actually helped God get me back. But as usual, I just never made it to the pad and the pencil. And then, wouldn't you know, another event in 2013, had a heart attack. And by this time, my husband and my children, especially my children, they were pretty hacked at God. And so I had to take a while to just, well, I guess I was too, maybe, but not like they were. But I had to really do some heavy duty counseling with my own 3 children and my husband, I guess, to assure them that I hadn't been, singled out by the man upstairs, but maybe I had been, because I did survive all 3 events. And so I took that as I'm not mad at you. I'm just kind of thankful
Yeah.
And still getting back into the routine after the heart attack. Oh, and before I leave the heart attack event, I knew how my family was feeling. So I was coming out of the cath lab and I raised up on my elbows, and all my family, even my grandkids, were standing down there at the end waiting for me to, come out. And I looked at them and they were so somber and so upset. So I raised up and I said, I didn't croak. You can imagine what they all did.
Right.
Mom, oh yeah, Mom, I can't believe you said that. And I said, well, I was just trying to lighten, the mood here. But anyway, I did survive again for the third time, and I'm knowing full well why I did.
Yeah.
When my time to go, and God had a lot more in store for me. So
Yeah.
I'll take that. And so I did go back to work, and my children by this time are married and having some grandbabies for me. So I'm all in the good right now.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
so then COVID comes along, and so had a lot of downtime at home. And so one day, one afternoon, we have a nice patio out back of our home, and it was a cool breeze just blowing in my face, and it was a beautiful day. So God whispered in my ear, get up off that couch and go to the patio with pad and pen in hand and get to work. So I did. I guess you could say I was inspired by all of my events. But after I got into the book, I'll back up just a little bit. I don't know if I said what my work was. I was a school counselor. I was for 30 something years. And so as I kept going into the book and diving deeper, I realized that it wasn't just the health events that had spurred me on to try to begin writing. It was all those experiences with children at school. And, I'd think, oh, poor me, I had such a horrible health, those 3 big events, I could have died each time, and blah, blah, blah. And then I started thinking about all those children and a lot of the things they had told me and confessed to me and came crying to me and needing help. And I thought, those 3 events are nothing. I survived them. I learned a lot. And yes, somewhat the 3 events inspired me, but more than that, it's the experiences of growing with all those children at school and what we all got out of that together. And so I guess I'm going to say it was a combination.
Yeah.
All of those experiences with children at school and faculty and administrators. I also saw a lot of them too.
Yeah, I'm sure. Let me ask you this. Why in this book did you choose to focus on mental health as opposed to physical health when you had a lot of physical health challenges?
You mean in the book?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Can you separate mental and physical health?
I guess not. If your body's not functioning properly, your mind's probably not functioning properly either, right?
Yes, that's what I said. Physical health and mental health are like 2 peas in a pod, joined at the hip, peas and carrots. You cannot, okay, just let's do this scenario. If I broke my left arm, which I have, I've broken 7 bones, but I've got a compound, there's a bone sticking out. What am I going to do? Zoom to the ER. We know what to do. We're going to go get it fixed. He's going to do surgery, poke the bone back in, cast it, call me, or come back in 6 weeks, take the cast off. Boom, you're well. Okay. What if I get depressed during this time with my arm healing? And you probably might, because with any bad physical, event, you are going to get depressed. I did. All 3 of mine, because they were pretty earth-shattering events: cancer, heart attack, and a bad surgery. So I admit I did get depressed, but I suppose with all my learned counseling skills, I managed to work my way out of it because I did have the skills. But when you have a physical anything, you're probably going to get some depression
Oh, yeah.
because
Oh, yeah.
it's just all related. And if you get in a depression or you have anxiety or whatever, you're probably more likely to have something physically go wrong. You may have a
Agreed.
migraine headache. You may have fall down and break another bone. All kinds of things.
Well, the
It's just
stress is a terrible thing. If you're stressed by your mental health, your body's going to break down, whether it's high blood pressure, whether it's cancer, whether it's a heart attack. So absolutely. Let me ask you this. What are some small daily actions that you recommend for maintaining mental wellness? What can people do to improve what's going on up here?
do you know what the very best medicine is for
Laughter?
everyone?
Laughter?
What'd you say?
Laughter, perhaps?
You guessed it. Or have you read my book? Laughter, I don't know if you're aware, but laughter produces physical things happening in your body. I mean, your oxygen level changes. There are chemicals that are released in your body when you're laughing. And I don't mean just a ha ha ha. I mean, not just a little cackle. I mean a deep belly laugh. I want
Exactly.
that laugh to come from your toes all the way up through your belly and let it out. That's the best kind.
I think you
Laugh.
laugh harder than I do. I don't laugh from my toes up to my belly, but maybe on occasion. I don't
You
know,
should
possibly.
try. You should try. Okay,
So,
laughter, and then a real quick fix. And I can't tell you how many times I have tried this, and it has worked. The breathing technique. I don't
mm,
mean to go into the medical supply and get a little breathing machine. I'm talking about on your own.
yeah,
Breathe in slowly through the nostrils to the count of 4. Breathe out slowly to the count of 4 through the mouth. Do that 3 times, at least 3 times. Go more if you can. And you're going to end up feeling like a puddle of melted jello. You're just going to go. You can even see the shoulders when you're
yep,
breathing. When you're anxious and your shoulders are up here right under your
yeah,
neck, and when you do all the deep breathing, you're going to relax so much that the shoulders are going to go right back down into place, and you're just going to melt down. It's
abs-
the 2 really quick things that you can
well,
do. And what do they cost you?
nothing.
Do you know
Yep,
the cost that people spend on mental health? It's in the billions,
yeah. Oh,
billions of
yeah,
dollars.
absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm not advocating that you don't ever need to go to a psychiatrist or a psychologist or even a licensed counselor. I'm not saying there are people that must go to see. Those people are hardworking and have earned those degrees, and they can help those severe people. I'm talking
Exactly.
about people that are maybe sitting on the fence about, am I going to be mentally ill today or am I not? But and we own this body.
Yeah,
We own the work that it takes to take care of this body, this brain, our depression, whatever. And we have to work sometimes to get it right.
absolutely. I know one thing that'll get your brain right and get you thinking right and get you thinking straight. It's your book. It's wonderful. It's called Health Yeah, a common sense approach to mental health. It's written by Sharla King. She's been through a laundry list of health issues and she has survived them. And she's still here with me, smiling and laughing and thriving because she has kept her mental wellness about her. And in this book, she shares her warm, wise, and practical guide to living happier, healthier, and with more purpose. It's highly recommended. It's a great book. It's common sense. There's no gobbledygook involved. It's all techniques and perspectives that'll help you get a handle on your emotions. Sharla, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you so much also. I've enjoyed it.
I enjoyed speaking with you as well. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time until next time on Spotlight.